It is really hard out there. My regular friends, every day they struggling to pay for food, to pay for medicine.
The number one issue is just affordability. The rent is too damn high. We're also being pushed out of the private sector. So this is devastating for Black women, for Black families, and for Black futures. And everyone needs to give a damn about it, and I'm gonna make sure that they do and hold them accountable to do something about it.
Hey y'all, I'm Miss Pat from the Miss Pat Show, and Miss Pat Settles is on BET. In my jokes and in real life, I care about these issues that affect everyday people. So I came to DC to talk to some leaders about really solving some problems in our community.
To be on TV because you have this flawless beat. Miss Pat, you know last time we were together at the NAAC, at the Image Awards, do you remember?
Yes,
I
you
came
were so
up to you
behind,
and I
yes.
said, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Dennis. It's a pleasure being with you now. Well, my first question is, a lot of people feel hopeless right now in this country. What are you doing to encourage them? Because it is really hard out there. I mean, my regular friends, every day they struggling, to pay for food, to pay for medicine. They don't know where the next thing is going to come from. And a lot of my Black female friends are unemployed now behind what this administration have done to Black women in this country.
First and foremost, I think it's critical that people know who are the architects of their harm. This harm did not just happen. Every injustice that has been done to Black Americans in the past and in the future is harm that was legislated or codified in a budget. It didn't just happen. These are intentional policy choices. And so what the Trump administration has done is hostile. It is anti-Blackness on steroids. And I need people to understand that it is this Republican majority because they control everything right now. They have a trifecta, that's what we call it. They control the House, the Senate, and the White House. So when your SNAP benefits are being cut, that's because of Republican majority. If your Medicaid is being cut and your health care ripped away from you, that is because of Republican majority. If your friend cannot access abortion care or reproductive health care, and there are barriers to that access based on their zip code, what state they live in, or how they pay their insurance, that is because of Republicans. So first and foremost, people need to know who are the architects of this harm. Secondly, they need to know they can do something about it. And that is about their vote, and that is about their agency, and that is about fighting back. We cannot just go quietly into the night. If we just sit back and take it, they'll think we'll like it. We have so we have to keep fighting. And I also want them to know that I fight for my people every day. So just know that I see them. We will get to the other side. And I'll leave you with the words of Coretta Scott King. She said that freedom is never really won. You earn it and win it in every generation. And that gives me hope. Because the path is not linear. It's like an algorithm, And so this is our charge in this moment to do that work of earning and winning freedom.
So as you're traveling and you're talking to people in Boston, I love Boston, by the way.
Okay.
What are you hearing from Black people? And I know you just don't represent Black people, you represent all people. Yeah. But what are you hearing from all people? What are they going through?
Same thing. The number one issue is just affordability, of everything. The rent is too damn high. People can't, I'm very passionate about the need to grow Black wealth and the opportunity for home ownership, but, that has become farther and farther out of reach. It's the lowest that it's been in, 30 years at least, the opportunity for Black home ownership. But what I hear from everyone is, I'm struggling to pay my rent. I'm struggling to pay these student loans. I'm struggling to pay for essential medications that I need. I'm making tough choices. Most people are what we would call cost burdened. You're not supposed to be spending more than 30% of your income on rent. And most people are spending in upwards of 80%. So the number one concerns from people are housing and healthcare. I would say those are the number two. Housing and healthcare.
That's true.
And jobs. And I'm on this, and I'm on the case. 320,000 Black women being pushed out of the public and the private sector. I'm calling on the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell to study the data and come up with an action plan, because they have a mandate to provide maximum employment, and that must include Black women. If any other group, Ms. Pat.
Yes.
Because let me tell you, unemployment overall, and again, I care for everybody. I'm doing this work for everybody. Overall unemployment is at 4.3%. But for Black women, it is at 6.7%. We represent 12% of the federal workforce, which this administration has taken a hammer to. And then because we have dismantled diversity, equity, and inclusion, we're also being pushed out of the private sector, because I'm sure you have many friends that were chief executive officers doing DEI work in the private sector who have lost their jobs. So this is devastating for Black women, for Black families, and for Black futures. And everyone needs to give a damn about it. And I'm going to make sure that they do and hold them accountable to do something about it.
One of the problems that we're having, young people do not believe in voting. How do we, or how do you, or how do we get them back out and believe that they vote count? And I try to tell them every day, which I have kids. I have kids from 35 to 18. And I tell them all the time, if your vote didn't count, they wouldn't be trying to steal your vote.
That's right.
I said, nobody steals nothing that they can't use. So how do we, because kids, I mean, most people now just not motivated. Even myself, and I'm a diehard Democrat, but sometimes I'm strolling and I'm like, Lord, this ain't my fight. But I know it is my fight.
It is.
And I want to give up. So how do you talk to the people to keep us from giving up? Because there's so many of us is tired.
I know. The 92% of Black women in particular.
Yes,
who showed
I'm
up last time and who continue to show up. No doubt about it. Black people throughout history, we have been the patriots. We have been the defenders of democracy. We have been the architects of movements. And so we have to continue to do that work because that is who we are and that is what we do. But the fatigue is real.
Yes.
And, I am encouraging people to rest too. We can sleep in shifts. Okay, but we can't permanently sit down because this is not just about, I hear kids say, we can survive the next 4 years. This is not about the next 4 years. What's happening now will shape the next 100. And so that means everyone has a role to play in this moment, and they must do that. And I want to say to young people, first of all, I don't think it's an effective strategy to try to shame young people to vote. When we start telling them about all the people that died so that they could vote, that's not moving young people. We can't shame them into voting. We want to make sure they know their history.
Yes.
But what we need to support them in is their agency and their empowerment and say, we're going to chart a different path for this country, one of justice and equity, and I need your help. What does that world look like for you? And can you help me shape it? You have those digital skills that I don't have. You know how to reach people differently. And we need you. They have skills and we need to encourage them to bring those skills into the work of resistance and into the movement. And finally, I would say in the last election, Democrats lost the youth vote. And it's not because young people went and voted Republican. It's because they stayed home.
They did.
And we cannot afford that. We've always been the party of aspiration, of boldness, of the future. And we have to get back to that. That's the only way we're going to bring young people back.
I totally agree. I'm getting mine at the house every day. My son don't want to vote. I said, let me tell you something. I'll buy you a cheeseburger. Just come on down to this phone with me.
Well, give him my number. I'll call him and encourage him.
I make sure mine votes because it's very important. I want to thank you so very much.
Thank you, Ms.
And I will say this the last word. Do not let them take our women's rights, okay? This is my body. This is your body. And we should have the rights to our own body.
Absolutely.
And I don't know why a bunch of old white men in Congress want to tell me what to do with my beautiful Black body.
It is beautiful.
Yes.
And all of our freedom begins with the agency and the autonomy of our bodies.
Yes.
And so that's the thing that's so interesting about the opposition, because Republicans like to say they're the freedom party, but it's the anti-freedom party. They want to control what books you read.
Yes.
They want to control what you do with your body. They want to control how you wear your hair.
Yes.
Which is why we need the Crown Act. To ban race-based hair discrimination. So anyway, I just thank you for your gifts.
Thank
you for using your gifts in this way, for using your platform in this way.
Thank you.
And thank you to BET, because I want to say also, in the work of Black progress and Black power, we must continue to support Black media.
Yes. And thank you so very much.
Okay,
Thank you. You're beautiful. Thank you.